As we age, we not only face physical changes like graying hair, deepening wrinkles, or sudden aches that we never experienced before. Aging also brings deeper mental and emotional shifts, causing many to feel anxious, confused, and sometimes even lost. These feelings are not unique to just you. Many people, from online forums to private conversations, admit that they face similar challenges when dealing with aging. This video will delve into those difficulties, offering real-life examples and ways to overcome them, helping you realize that you are not alone on this journey. 1. The decline of physical and mental health. One of the most noticeable changes with aging is the decline of the body. Tasks that were once easy now become more difficult. We may struggle with mobility, participating in sports, or even just standing up after sitting for a long period. A 70-year-old man shared on a forum that he used to be a runner, but now, after just a few minutes of running, he feels tired and out of breath. But more frightening than the physical decline is the mental decline. Forgetfulness, lack of concentration, and the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's make many older adults feel insecure. The loss of independence and the feeling of losing control over one's life is the greatest fear for many. However, these declines don't always mean that life becomes less joyful. A 68-year-old woman shared her story about changing her fitness routine. Instead of continuing with physically demanding sports like before, she switched to swimming and yoga, activities that are more suitable for an aging body. She found new joy in listening to and understanding her body better, rather than pushing herself to do things beyond her limits. 2. Facing the passage of time and the awareness of life's finite nature. When we are young, time seems limitless. We plan, dream, and build our lives without ever considering that we may be constrained by time. However, as we age, our perception of time shifts dramatically. The days seem to pass more quickly, and the youthful years feel like they just happened. Confronting the reality that life is finite can be a major shock for many people. A woman in her 60s shared her story on Reddit about having to give up her dream of writing a book because her job and family had consumed all her time for decades. Upon retiring, she realized that there wasn't much time left to start again, and this filled her with deep regret. However, instead of dwelling in that regret, she decided to enroll in a writing class for seniors. Her story is a testament to the fact that, while time may not rewind, we can still make the most of what remains to pursue our dreams. 3. Loneliness and the shrinking social circle. Aging often brings changes in social relationships. Friends may move away, lose contact, or even pass away. Children grow up and leave the nest, leaving parents in an empty house. Loneliness and the feeling of being left behind are among the greatest sorrows for many elderly people. A story from an online forum shares the experience of a 65-year-old man who felt isolated after retiring. His job had provided not only an income, but also a social network. Now, with work behind him, he realized that he no longer had many close relationships outside of his family. He found it difficult to make new friends at his age, especially as social and technological changes made him feel outdated and out of touch with younger people. However, not everyone succumbs to loneliness. A 70-year-old woman decided to join community volunteer activities. She became the leader of a local book club, and through that, she not only found joy in reading, but also built new relationships with people who shared similar interests. She realized that, despite societal changes, people can still connect and share when they have common passions and goals. 4. Regrets and unfulfilled dreams. Looking back on life, many people can't avoid feeling regret for the things they didn't do. It might be a career path they passed up, a dream left unfulfilled, or simply moments they didn't fully enjoy. These feelings can easily lead to remorse and a sense of missed opportunities. A 75-year-old man shared that he always wanted to learn to play the guitar, but a busy life never left him time to pursue it. Now, with his health not as it once was, he realized that learning guitar has become more challenging than ever. However, instead of giving up, he decided to join a guitar class for older adults. Although his progress was slow, he felt joy and satisfaction every time he learned a new melody. The important thing to realize is that while age may change the way we approach our dreams, it never prevents us from pursuing them. Past regrets can become motivation for us to act now, ensuring we don't have to face more regrets in the future. 5. Losing touch with a rapidly changing world. Technology today is advancing at a dizzying pace, and for many older people, keeping up with these changes is a significant challenge. Devices, apps, and even the language of younger generations can feel foreign. A 55-year-old woman shared that she feels completely disconnected from the world of her children, where everything happens on social media and online video games. The feeling of being left behind doesn't stem only from technology, but also from social and cultural shifts. The values and beliefs that older generations once held dear may no longer resonate with the younger generation. This creates a disconnect between generations, leaving many older individuals feeling like they no longer have a role in modern society. However, rather than trying to keep up with everything, some choose to approach the situation with curiosity and a slow, thoughtful pace. A 60-year-old man decided to take an online course on how to use smartphones. Not only did he learn how to navigate popular apps, but he also gained a better understanding of his children's digital world. This helped him maintain a closer relationship with them and made him feel that he still had a place and value in modern society. 6. Searching for new meaning in life. When work ends and children have grown up, many older adults feel a loss of purpose. Roles that once defined their lives, such as being a parent, worker, or caregiver, no longer hold the same central place. This leads them to question, who am I if I am not those roles? A 65-year-old woman shared her journey of rediscovering herself after retirement. Previously, her office job had consumed all her time and energy. But after retiring, she felt lost and unsure of what to do with the surplus of free time. After months of uncertainty, she decided to return to her passion for painting, a love she had since her youth. Painting not only brought her joy, but also helped her rediscover the artist within herself, a part of her that had long been forgotten. The meaning of life in old age doesn't necessarily have to be the same as in youth. Instead of defining themselves through work or family responsibilities, many people have found meaning by sharing life experiences, helping their communities, or simply living a more fulfilled life with small moments of joy. 7. Adjusting family relationships. When children grow up and start their own lives, parents no longer hold the central role in their children's lives as they once did. This often brings significant changes to family relationships, and for many elderly people, adjusting to this new role is not easy. A 67-year-old man shared on a forum that when his son got married, he felt gradually pushed out of his children's lives, no longer being asked for his opinions or involved in family decisions as before. This left him feeling a sense of loss and loneliness. However, instead of forcing themselves into the situation, many elderly people have learned to adapt to these new relationships by respecting their children's space and learning to help when asked. Another example from a 70-year-old woman illustrates how she changed her way of communicating with her daughter. When her daughter had her first child, she did not rush to offer advice or intervene in her daughter's parenting style. Instead, she respected her daughter's modern approaches while being available to support whenever needed. This helped her maintain a good relationship with both her daughter and son-in-law, creating a positive environment for the family. There are also cases where elderly parents take on the role of caring for their grandchildren due to their children facing difficulties in work or family life. While caring for grandchildren can bring great joy, it also requires a lot of energy and patience, something not all elderly people have in abundance. One man shared that, although he deeply loves his grandchildren, taking care of two young children every day left him feeling exhausted. However, he understood that this was the only way to help his child through a difficult period. He learned to set boundaries and take breaks to maintain his own mental and physical health. 8. Adapting to retirement and financial changes. Upon retirement, many people feel like they are entering a new phase of life where everything seems completely different. Instead of waking up each morning to a busy schedule and clear goals, they may now face a sense of emptiness and uncertainty. The absence of regular work also brings the loss of a part of their identity, as for many years, their job defined who they were. A 62-year-old woman once shared that after retiring, she felt utterly lost. She had previously been an executive director at a large company, constantly occupied with meetings, strategic decisions, and daily work challenges. But after leaving her job, she no longer knew what to do with her free time. She went through a long period of self-reflection and felt directionless. However, with support from her family and friends, she started exploring hobbies she had never had time for before. She enrolled in a cooking class and gradually discovered that, beyond her career, she had a deep passion for culinary arts. Aside from the emotional changes, transitioning from a steady income to a retirement plan is a major challenge for many. A 70-year-old man shared that he had not prepared financially for retirement. He thought his savings would be enough to live comfortably, but in reality, the cost of living, healthcare, and unexpected expenses led him into a difficult situation. Instead of suffering through anxiety, he decided to sell his large house and move to a smaller apartment to ease his financial burden. He also began learning how to manage personal finances better, including creating a monthly budget and cutting unnecessary expenses. This helped him maintain a more stable and comfortable life in his later years. 9. Changing and developing friendships. Friendships also evolve over time. As we age, many of these relationships may gradually fade due to distance, changes in life circumstances, or simply differences in lifestyle. Many elderly people find that their circle of friends shrinks, and making new friends becomes more challenging. A 65-year-old woman shared that after retiring and moving to a new city to live closer to her children, she felt lonely because she didn't have any friends in the new place. However, instead of accepting this loneliness, she decided to join a book club at the local library. There, she not only had the chance to discuss her favorite books, but also met people with similar interests, which opened the door to new friendships. Through regular meetings, she gradually felt like she had become part of a new community, and her retirement life became much richer. Old age brings many challenges, from physical and mental decline to changing relationships and regrets about the past. However, what's important is that we learn to adapt, find joy in the little things, and seek new meaning in life. Every stage of life offers opportunities for growth and discovery, and old age is no exception. Acceptance and self-discovery during these years not only help us live more fully, but also bring inner peace. As someone once said, old age is a time to reflect, learn, and continue growing. The key is to never stop exploring and living life to the fullest, because this journey still holds many wonderful experiences waiting to unfold.